Hi, and welcome to day 3 of your yoga summer camp adventure. Today is our 3rd day. Can you believe we've already come this far? 3 days of yoga. This is wonderful. My name is Leanne, and this is Shane, and we're ready for some yoga with the story, and we hope that you are too. So, get into something that's comfortable, easy to move around in, makes you feel great. Most importantly, yoga is about how you feel, and let's do this. So today we're going to start sitting, and we're going to sit up tall, and we're going to notice our breathing. Very important, just slowing down a little bit to warm up. So we're going to zip up our lips and breathe in through our noses. And just land where you are and notice, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? You don't have to judge it or change it, just notice it and just be kind to yourself. Doing yoga is something that you can do that's really kind to yourself. So first of all, thumbs up for you for showing up and doing yoga, something that's just for you. And noticing your breathing, noticing how you feel, and just settling into this moment. Let's put one hand down on our yoga mats and then reach over into that arm and breathe and stretch and change sides. Other hand comes down and reach over and stretch and breathe. Keep doing that a few times. Nice and easy, stretching through your spine. I find this pose makes me feel like a willow tree, just moving in the wind. Woo! Back and forth, stretching and breathing. Noticing how you feel, settling into who you are. Excellent. Now take both arms at the same time and breathe them up gently and breathe them down gently. Bring one hand to one knee, opposite hand to the opposite knee, and twist. And back to center. And twist. And breathing and twisting. And just being present right here, right now. You're here, I'm here, let's do this. So today's yoga story is about a family who went camping. I wonder if you've ever been camping. It's a really fun thing to do in nature. And this family was really excited because they just love nature and they wanted to be as close as they could to it. So they packed up their food and their dog and everything that they had, and they got in their car and they went out into the country for some camping. When they arrived, the first thing that they did was they set up their tent. So I'm going to invite you to stand up with me. So spread your legs wide in a comfortable way, and we're going to become a tent. Our bodies will become the tent. So open up your arms and point your toes outwards and breathe in here. And then we're going to just tick-tock over to one side and then back to center, and tick-tock over to the other side and then back to center. Now, the foot and the arm that are together on this side are going to go out a little bit, and we're going to really tick-tock over a bit more so that we can build our tent. And imagine when you build a tent, what do you have to do? You have to make sure that the pegs are secured into the ground. So look down, make sure the pegs are secured. Open up your arms, we're reaching, we're balancing, we're breathing. Lots going on here in this tent pose. And then come back up to center. Getting ready to be a tent on the other side. The pegs have to be secured on all the sides. Reach your arms up, breathe your breath in. And lowering down all the way. See how low you can bring your hand. Maybe to here feels good in your body. Maybe a little bit lower, maybe even right up here. You always have to make sure that your yoga feels good in your body as you stretch and breathe. Look down, open your arms up, and come back to center. All right, the tent is coming along really well. Both toes pointing out. We're just gonna bend a few times into it. It takes hard work setting up a tent. Have you ever done that when you've been camping? Bending a few times and hold it here Bring your arms out to the side. Make sure your tent is really, really strong, because if it starts raining at night, you want to make sure that you have everything you need. Stay strong. Hold it here. Keep breathing, yogis. We're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And bring your arms together. Your windows are ready. Your doors are ready. Hop your feet together. Hop. We did it. Our tent is ready. All right, what else do we need? I don't know about you, but after all that tent building, I started to get a little bit hungry. Good thing we brought a lot of food here to our camping expedition. So we're gonna make ourselves comfortable, come into a nice comfortable seat here in our yoga chair pose and have a little snack. You can bring your hands to your heart as you find your balance. I'm eating a sandwich. It's a good one. Really tasty. And come back up to standing and take a deep breath in. And this time bring your arms in front of you, coming back into that chair pose. Sometimes after you've had a sandwich, you might want to have a little dessert. So maybe you'll have some fruit, a little apple or something. Keep chewing. Really good. Really good. Keep holding it here. Keep breathing. All right, come out of that chair pose. Okay, so we've had our snack and our little lunch. We have a tent. Now at night when you're camping, sometimes it gets really cold. So we're gonna need to make sure that we have a campfire. So let's collect some wood and put the logs on and start thinking about the fire. Come back to seating. Come back to sitting. So here in our crisscross yoga sauce position, we're going to change up our legs a little bit to do a yoga pose called log pose. So one leg comes in front and the other one can stack on top. And this is like a fire log. Stacking that up here on the fire, sitting up tall, and breathe in. Feels pretty good. You can take that piece of wood and lift it up and even just maybe move it from side to side. You need to have lots of wood on the fire and of course kindling to make the fire really, really strong and hot to keep you warm. Let's lower that leg down and let's switch up fire log pose to the other leg. Switch it over. Other leg comes on top. It might feel different. You can experiment with how it feels. It's a nice stretch. Breathing, sitting up tall. Hold on to that fire log on this side. You can rock it side to side. Always being gentle with your body. Feeling into what feels good. And you can lower that piece of wood into the fire. And all the kindling, make sure everything is exactly the way you need it. And come back to your crisscross yoga sauce. We're just going to lower ourselves down and reach it all the way forward for a nice stretch here. And breathe. Excellent. Well, finally, it was starting to get dark. They had their fire. They were ready for a beautiful campfire stories. They were really loving nature. What's that? They even heard owls. Oh my gosh, how incredible is that? Come onto your knees and let's do some owl yoga. So you can stay low here on your knees, but just see if you can reach your head up as high as you can as you breathe in. And then we're just going to twist and look over to one side. Hoo hoo, hoo hoo. This time bring your hands to your heart, sitting up tall, and twist to the other side. Hoo hoo, hoo hoo. And back to center and breathe in. What an incredible night. And if they looked up into the sky, there were so many millions and zillions of stars and a moon that was incredible. Let's come into our stars and moon yoga pose, back to standing. Open up your legs, open up your arms. I want you to take up so much space, just like all of the stars in the universe. Really reach and spread out and breathe in and shine from all of your 5 points. Your head is 1, each hand 2, 3, and your feet 4, 5. Take up space, breathe it in, and there were even falling stars. So let's be a falling star, alternating sides, taking up space, shining like all of the millions and billions of stars in the whole universe. Keep breathing. Last one. Right here. Open it up, hop your feet together, clap your hands on top. And now be a crescent moon over to one side. Feel yourself reaching, stretching, breathing. And the other side. Reaching, stretching, breathing. And release. Let's come lying on our backs and imagine ourselves sleeping in our tents as peacefully as can be. From here, I want you to take a moment just to relax your feet, your legs, your hips, your tummy, your chest, your back, your shoulders, your arms, your neck, and your head. After a long, perfect, peaceful night's sleep in the tent, they woke up early the next day to go hiking. Bring your knees into your chest. We're going to roll it up and stand up. And let's go for a hike. Opposite hand to opposite foot. Toop, toop, toop. Rise and shine. It's our last day of camping. We have a lot to do today. Everybody's excited. They went into the forest and they saw millions of trees as beautiful and strong as they've ever seen in their lives, and so many of them. Find your balance on one foot. You may know this yoga pose. Tree pose is very, very popular. You can balance your foot down here as a kickstand if you want some support, or below your knee or above your knee. You can choose how your tree will be and how tall it will be and how much breath you'll take in. So choose which kind of tree you'll be, choose which kind of arms you'll have. Just don't forget to breathe. Staring at something straight ahead will help you to keep your balance. We call this a drishti in yoga. So find your drishti, find your breath. Very nice, very strong, and very beautiful. Release your arms, release your leg, and let's give the other leg a turn. See if it feels different or the same. Where will you balance your opposite leg? Some people find that one leg is easier to balance on. Find your drishti, your point of focus. You can choose maybe something different to do with your arms, something creative. A hand mudra. Chicken tree. You can choose. And breathe. And when you're ready, release everything. And as they continued their walk, they also saw a family of butterflies. Come on down. Flap your wings. There was so many butterflies. They'd never seen so many butterflies in the city. Your hands can be your antenna. Nice stretch for your legs. Arms can also be wings. Breathe and lower your nose towards your knees as you stretch it out. One more time, breathe. Feel everything free in your body and stretching it out. And they also saw some slithering snakes. Why aren't there as many amazing nature creatures in the city as there are in the country? It was almost sad to think about why there's very few creatures from nature in the city, as many as there are in the country. So coming into your snake pose, pressing your hands into your yoga mat, breathe it up, starting off in a baby cobra and lowering it down. How about a little bit taller this time, a little bit higher. And lowering it down. Last cobra. Let's make this into the biggest cobra you've taken today. And look over one shoulder. Hey Shane, I can't even do a proper cobra because you're on my yoga mat, so I've got to come off my yoga mat, but I'm happy that you're here. Other shoulder. And look up. And hold it, hold it, hold it. And a long, slow breath out as you return back to your yoga mat. Come back to your hands and knees. They were having a great time. Everything was going amazingly well. Tuck your toes under until up in the distance, we're going to lift up our knees and float here in bear pose because you guessed it, they saw a bear. So come up here. They saw a bear. It was incredible. It was beautiful. But it got them thinking, nature is amazing, but we need to respect nature, and maybe we should really leave this bear and make sure that everybody stays safe and happy. So hopefully you're still up here in your bear pose and you're breathing. It takes a lot of strength, concentration, and focus. You can do it. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and release your bear. My goodness. Woo! We saw so many amazing parts of nature here on our yoga camp adventure today for day 3. I'm really proud of you for doing all this yoga with me. The family decided they would pack everything up and clean everything up and go back to the city. They just had so much respect and love for nature, and they spent all the rest of their days trying to figure out ways that they could best protect, preserve, and honor nature and all of the amazing creatures that live there. So that was their goal in their life. So come back where you started into your crisscross yoga sauce and just notice how you feel now. One hand on your heart, one hand on your tummy after that adventure. And breathe. And say something nice to yourself because you took this time just for you, and that's something you should be really, really proud of. Good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow for day 4 of our yoga camp challenge, and I can't wait to see you then. Take all the time you need now just to chill and meditate. If you have some extra time spent on your yoga mat, you can always just sit here and breathe and relax. This is your time. So hopefully you'll be doing that. And if you have to run off and do something else, that's okay too. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Bye for now.